Hello and welcome to another episode of, well, the Unskilled Commander. That's me, Brian. So, this is match two of Insects, Vehicles, Ultimate Betrayal, and Sheoldred. As you may know if you watched the last episode, episode 35, we have an upgrade. We've got life totals visible now finally. We've got graphics coming up and showing you the cards as I say them. Unfortunately, there are still problems that are kind of frustrating to me, honestly. Um, I went through the whole video yesterday, the episode 35, editing it, bringing all these cards in, and for some reason, twice, the sound just screwed up majorly because, that's actually the second time I had to film it too, because the first time I filmed episode 35, uh, the microphone that I bought didn't pick up my voice very well. The volume was super quiet on the episode. So I was like, fine, I'll scrap it, do it again. The volume sounds normal. I'm like, great. And then it just makes me sound like a robot at one point and garbled, and you couldn't even hear what I was saying for like a minute or two. I didn't time it really. I think it's 2, 3 minutes. And I got through it, and I'm like, okay, whatever. But then the end of the episode, like the last 5 minutes or more, is all you can hear me and you can understand what I'm saying, but I sound all robotic and stupid. And I'm not gonna lie, it's really frustrating, because I'm trying my best to make this channel interesting and enjoyable at least to watch, even if yes, I make stupid mistakes and it's just one person playing four decks and how dumb, and there's no witty banter back and forth like with all the other channels and stuff. But I thought the crux of the channel was that, people like me that want to be good but are still struggling would watch it, and the group could grow together. And then I spend money to get, I think it's the laptop. I bought a cheap laptop, and I guess it just can't handle running the camera for like so long, and that was only an hour. What happens if I have a game that goes an hour and a half or 2 hours like some of them have? I don't know. It's actually really frustrating, guys, and I apologize for the attitude, but I was just so psyched to have this and to have the cards come up. It makes you look professional, right? And I thought it would really help. But then something stupid happens every time, and takes away from it. It's just frustrating. But we're gonna keep trying, I guess. Um, we'll just jump right in, right? This episode, Insects gets to go first, so we'll go ahead and draw for turn. Played Evolving Wilds, crack it for. Unfortunately, it's gonna have to just be a mountain, because apparently, as last episode, I realized I don't have basic swamps in this deck for some reason, so I have to try and put a couple of those in. Also, I need to be careful with shuffling and just grabbing cards off the table because any real bounce to the table amplifies across the arm of that's holding the camera and it wiggles. It didn't seem too bad on episode 35 versus the first episode 35 I filmed, but that's because I'm aware of it now. Um, but I do have to shuffle elsewhere and then come back to the table to try and gently put it down. But there we go. That's turn one there. We're gonna pass. Play Darksteel Citadel. It's an indestructible land that taps for a colorless. We'll pass. Draw for turn. Going to play Luxury Suite. Comes in untapped. Well, it comes in tapped unless you have two or more opponents. I sort of do. And no one drops or anything. So we'll pass. Draw. And then we will play Mycosynth Gardens. It just taps for a colorless. I could pay one and tap it to add 1 mana of a color. And then it can become a copy of target non-token artifact I control with mana value X if I pay X and then tap it. All right, that's turn one. We're going to pass. The nice thing is now that I have editing equipment, I've been able to edit out little pauses in the where I'm not talking, like when I'm walking around the table to get to the other side. It doesn't shorten the videos all that much. Unfortunately, it barely shortened it. Like I don't think it even shortened it a full minute, but it just flows better, which I like, which is nice. So we'll untap, draw, play a forest. I do have some two drops. I can't play that one. So we will play Moss Diamond. It comes in tapped and it taps for a green. We're going to be in some trouble if I don't get something that has black in there, but whatever. Pass the turn. Oh, yeah, good tap. Gotta love the clearing of the throat. We will play an island for turn, and then tap 2 for Sky Diamond. Lots of diamonds going around. Taps 4 blue. Comes in tapped, we're past turn. Draw for turn over here. Going to play an island, tapping 2, not for a diamond, but for an arcane signet. So that will be there. No 1-drops, but we're moving along. I will play a swamp, and then I will tap 2. We saw this in the last episode. Ever-flowing chalice for 2. Or for 1. Sorry, I keep saying 2, but it just so now it taps for 1 colorless. Little kind of pseudo mana ramp. We will pass. I like Ever-flowing chalice because, yeah, okay, you can kind of get something out of it, but it just feels like it should be a late game bomb that's like, cool, I'm gonna dump everything into this, and now it taps for like 10 or something. But untap, upkeep, draw, play another mountain, so I have 4 mana. Is there anything I can do for 4 mana? There is. I will tap all 4. You play Saber Ants. It's a 2/3 insect. When Saber Ants is dealt damage, you may put that many 1/1 green insect creature tokens into play. This is fun because 2/3 is not bad for a 4. It's like, man, it's not great, but it's really cool to, especially like late game, if you're blocking like something stupid like an Emrakul. Yeah, it's gonna die, but it's gonna make, you know, 10 or 12 1/1 creature tokens because it's the damage dealt to it, not its own power. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna go ahead and pass. Untap over here, draw for turn. I think I will play a Mirrored Landscape, comes in tapped, and then tapping 3 to play the Getaway card. Get the Getaway card, boss. It's an artifact vehicle for 3 with haste and a crew cost of 1. Whenever Getaway car attacks or blocks, return up to 1 target creature that crewed it this turn to its owner's hand. So that's iffy. I put it in here because it's an interesting full art. And it does have haste, so if I had a creature, I could swing now. But yeah, the bouncing things back is kind of unsettling. That's not something I really want to use. But with her ability, I keep calling it her, his ability, their ability, whatever we want, I don't have to, bounce anything because nothing will have crewed it. It'll just be mana. So, but we're going to go past. Untap, upkeep, draw. Going to play a swamp return. And let's see. I guess at this point we will go ahead and tap black, blue, red, and 1 other to play Zevlor Eternal Exile. A hasty 4/2. I can tap 2 and pay 2, tap him to copy the next instant or sorcery spell that only targets 1 specific thing. And when I do that, it copies that spell for every other opponent, for every other, not every other thing, every other proper comparison. It's the wording on it is lengthy and goofy. Basically, if I target an opponent, it copies it for each opponent. If I target a permanent an opponent controls, it copies it for 1 permanent of each other opponent that they control, type of thing. But it does have haste, so we're gonna go ahead and tap it. Swing 2 4 commander damage over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I will have to denote for commander damage, and then that's it. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. Play a swamp for turn, tapping all 4 for my commander over here. Boom. Sheoldred, the Apocalypse. Death Touchy 4/5 commander is incredible for 4 mana, but also when I draw a card, I gain 2 life. When my opponents draw a card, they lose 2 life. All we can do now, though, but pass. Untap, upkeep, draw a card, boom, take 2 damage. Still not a land. Well, I mean, a swamp, and yeah, it's really going to kind of bite me in the butt. I'm going to play a forest for turn, and I have 5 mana. 1, 2, 3 to play Kodama's Reach. Search for 2 basic land cards, reveal them, put 1 on the battlefield, tap the other into your hand. Unfortunately, like I said, I literally, for some ridiculous reason, I don't have put a forest onto the battlefield and forest into my hand. I don't have any basic swamps. I'm gonna have to really rectify that after I do these games. I guess I should. I'll have to try and do it before the next match, obviously, but you know, I was just trying to get two matches done today. While I edited the first one, edited 35. Got upset about the sound issue, and now I'm jumping on into episode 36. Um, if you still have two mana, not really worth playing that card, so we're gonna go ahead and move to combat, but I don't think we're actually gonna attack, so we're gonna pass. Untap, upkeep, draw, take 2 damage. Play island for turn. We've got ourselves 5 mana. I think at this point we definitely should. Well, gosh golly, I really want to just take care of Mirrored Landscape. Get 2 more islands onto the field. Get ourselves really poised for next turn. Because if we get enough mana, I can play the commander next turn and use its ability to crew getaway car just right then and there and go. As opposed to just casting the commander this turn. Yeah, I'm still open right now, but whatever. 2 mana, nope, no 2 drops though. So we're gonna go ahead and pass. I do need to make sure that I am taking my time. I'm kind of zipping through now, like I said, partially because I'm a bit frustrated from that whole sound thing. But draw a card for turn. I'm going to play Tramway Station. Comes in tapped, taps for a black or a red. But I do need to make sure that making sure I'm doing everything on the field and not making too many mistakes. The one nice thing about episode 35 is I made like 2 minor mistakes later on. It wasn't too big a deal, so that was kind of cool. Let's see. Okay, got some card draw. Right, card draw. Oh, I drew a card. Take 2 damage. Haha. As I'm saying, I didn't make any mistakes. Make one right there. But yeah, so card draw right now is a bad thing. Yep. I don't think I really should. Yeah, crap. I got really good card draw in my hand and I can't use it because it's just gonna like smack me down a lot. I can't really. I could attack over there, I guess, just to start spreading some damage around. Yeah, no, he doesn't have any creatures, so yeah, okay. Well, no, wait, because then I would be open to Sheoldred, more commander, and Sheoldred would want to crack back. Although I guess we don't. 4 damage is not going to be that big right now. We're still early game. Let's go ahead and pass. We're going to untap, upkeep, draw a card. I gain 2 life at this point. I am going to then. Ooh, okay. That's a good one to play right now. So we're going to tap 1, 2, and play Lightning Greaves. Equipped creature has haste and shroud. It can't be the target of spells or abilities. Equipment costs 0, so we're putting it on there right now. Now, like I said before, you guys know my decks don't really have answers very good. It's a weakness of my decks, but it's just frustrating. I don't mind putting in like 5 to 10, because yeah, sure, a board wipe and some, but 10 cards, it's like a 10% chance you're going to pull one out of 100, but it's like I don't want to go 25 answer cards and sacrifice the theme of the deck. But I guess maybe what I need to do is pick a few decks and try to do that because and see how they perform, right? Because we all know these decks don't win against real people. I'm going to tap 1 to play Campfire. I can pay 1 and tap it to gain 2 life, which I think I will do right now, in fact. But I can also pay 2 and tap it to exile Campfire. Put all commanders you own from the command zone and the graveyard into your hand, then shuffle your graveyard. Great way to get rid of commander attacks. So someone blows up Sheoldred, like it does a board wipe, so it negates the Lightning Greaves, right? Now it costs 6 to play. Well, I can just take that, get it to my hand, and play it. Still, under the circumstances, it would still be 6. But think of it like later. If it got blown up like 3, 4 times, and now it's costing 10, I can pay 2, sacrifice this, get it to my hand, and then play it for its normal 4. But anyway, I'm gonna pay 1, tap it to gain 2 life. Boom, boom. Back up to where I should be. And we will. I don't think we're going to attack. We don't need to leave ourselves over. We're going to go. Untap all of this dual colored mana. We're going to draw it. Okay. Jungle Hollow. We're going to finally get that black, but it does come in tapped. But I gain a life, so that's nice. And then, what else do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, well, You saw this last game. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, but I mean, it's a good card and it's really early, so you might as well. Paying 6 to play Gleam Crawler, a 6/6 with trample. And at the end of my turn, return to your hand all creature cards in your graveyard that were put there into your graveyard from play this turn. And it doesn't say just when he enters, it's every turn. So every end step, if my creatures get blown up, they come back to my hand. Pretty solid. I could swing out with Saber Ants, and you know what? Why not? We're going to swing Saber Ants at you, just because. 1, 2, and that's it. 2 little damage, but, it's kind of starting to keep the ball rolling, right? Uh, I took, wait. I don't think I took the 2 damage from drawing, did I? Because I was excited that I drew into Jungle Hollow, so I didn't. Right, because okay, I caught it right then. Good. Because obviously I should be at 36, but Jungle Hollow gains me a life. So there we go. Okay, good. Fast turn. See, it was moving a bit too quick, and I forgot. So we're going to untap, upkeep, draw a card, take 2 damage. Then I'm going to play, I guess we'll just play a standard island. I have a couple other lands, but we'll just keep it simple. 1, 2, 3, 4 to play Katsusuma the Animator. Flying 3/3. I can pay a blue and 2 others until end of turn. Target non-creature artifact I control becomes an artifact creature and gains flying. I had been forgetting the flying part. Luckily, last game, the vehicles I was crewing did have flying, so it didn't matter. But that's good to know because that will make this little getaway car fly. And at the beginning of my upkeep, so I'm going to put this on there. Remember, I have an upkeep trigger that I can put counters on up to 3 non-creature artifacts. I do have 3 mana, obviously. Okay, I don't have any 3-drops, so it's not even important. We're going to pay 3, use his ability without actually crewing anybody. Getaway card now is a 4/3 hasty flying creature. Now, when it attacks or blocks, you return one of the creatures that crewed it, but no creatures crewed it. So, haha, loophole. I think we're going to send this 4 flyer straight at you because you're the one dinging us. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get down to 36. There we go. Yeah, I think that's solid. We took our damage. All right, last turn. Okay, untap, upkeep, draw a card, take 2 damage. Be nice if I had some lands to throw down too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we have Zevlor is my ultimate betrayal deck. It's supposed to be either make your opponents discard or steal their creatures and smack them with them. I have a spell, Enthralling Hold, that can steal a creature. It has to be a tapped creature, though. So the only thing I'd be able to get Saber Ants. But it's not until in the turn, so I would keep Saber Ants, but still, it's not really all that impressive. Um, and let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could play this one then, I guess, right? Now, yeah, see what the problem is, we're gonna have to take some hits and draw some cards because I need to get mana so that I can activate his ability first, so I get more for it. So we're gonna tap 2, discarding a card. So we will discard this to play Thrill of Possibility. As additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card. I did. I draw 2 cards. This is gonna hurt because I'm gonna draw 1 and 2, and I'm gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4. But I did draw a land, so I at least get to play Swamp Return. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Am I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Although he ramped. But I don't believe I played a land this turn because I didn't have one. So yeah. Okay, this is perfect. Here we go. So we got 2 black and 1 other to play Liliana's Spectre. When Liliana's Spectre enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card. So let's start over here. I think we should keep those. Well, these are good cards, actually. I'm going to go ahead and discard Oblivion Strike. I think I'll go ahead and discard this Forest, honestly. Keep some cards, and then over here, that's good. That's not so great right now. We got 2 lands. I think we will discard one of these lands. And I think we're going to discard Shrine of the Forsaken God. Now, a Zevlor could attack, but... And we have a blocker at least, but he's not flying or anything, so he's not really going to get through anywhere. So we're going to pass. Over here, we've got untap, upkeep, draw a card. We're going to gain 2 life. Boom, boom. I'm going to play a swamp for turn, which I needed. Good, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Play Alamart's Archive. This is a good card for this deck for sure. If you would gain life, you gain twice that much life instead. If you would draw a card except your first, you draw first in your draw step, you draw 2 cards instead. Really good for this deck. If I can start dumping some card draw spells on myself, I will gain a ton of life and draw even more cards. So let's see if we can keep that. I don't believe we can because I think there's somebody that has like a artifact destruction spell. But there we go. Can't do that because we don't have any open mana, so we're going to pass. Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw a card for turn, take 2 damage. So we do finally have black. So I think go ahead and do black, red, and green, and then one other to play Zira, the Golden Sting. She is a 3/3 flying hasty, which is cool. And whenever the Golden Sting attacks, put an egg counter on another target creature without an egg counter on it. And if that creature dies, well, when that creature dies, wording is important, but get the idea. If it had an egg counter on it, I get to draw a card and create a 1/1 black insect creature token with flying. I did kind of mess that up in the last game, and I also missed the draw part of it, so that could have actually killed me in the last game. This character's still lost, so it's fine, but we have to be really cognizant of the egg counters. Again, a lot going on across 4 decks, and it's really hopefully it's helping my brain, teaching me to be aware of more things. I don't know, maybe. It's hard to tell. I don't think so after all these games, but we'll see. So she is flying. He has flying. That has flying right there. No flying. So Zira is going to go because she has haste. Oh, and I do have my Trampoline Boy. A 6/6. That's pretty good. Where should that go? Because I think we should start swinging the 6/6 now. I mean, I guess we should send it there because he's going to be gaining a lot of life. However, it's almost a wasted effort. I think based on the board state, because think about it. Clearly that deck's got to be about drawing cards and making your opponents draw cards, right? And with a doubling thing on there, every draw card is going to be 4 life, and he's going to draw more cards because of that. He's going to negate, he could just let the 6 go through practically and all of it. So the sending her over there is good for the commander damage, but we're going to send the Gleam Crawler somewhere else. I don't like the idea of losing things because that's what he does. I guess we can assume these characters know what the decks do now because this is match 2. So yeah, Gleam Crawler's going to go at you. On attack, she's going to put an egg counter on a creature. I guess we'll put her right there, right? What? Just in case he uses that to block. So there we go. We're going to take 1, 2, 3 damage there, getting 3 commander damage. And then you've got a 6/6 coming at you. Now, the egg counter, now it's like, do we even waste Liliana's standard bear or specter? Because it's trample, so we're still going to take 5 damage. And they're going to draw a card and get another creature. So I say, at this point in the game, although 32, lowest life, 1 damage, what the heck's 1 damage going to do? Right? And letting that die is just going to benefit. So take the full 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not good. There's not really much you can do. And both of these creatures have real small butts, so it's like stack blocking wouldn't even help. Although it would kill the Gleam Crawler, we'd lose our commander. So we're going to go ahead and that's everything from here, right? Did I take my damage from drawing though? Dang it. Because I should have been, it was 38, then 36, but I went up to 37 because I gained a life off of Jungle Hollow. And that was last turn, so then 37 to 35. Okay, I think I did. Okay, good. So we untap over here, upkeep trigger. I'm going to put a +1/+1 counter on this, and one on this. And you know what? For the heck of it, we'll put one on the Darksteel, because that is an artifact land. Right? What does it say? Beginning of your upkeep, put a +1/+1 counter on up to 3 target non-creature artifacts. So it doesn't say land or not. So there you go. We're going to draw for turn. We're going to lose 2 life. 1, 2. We're going to play Tomb of the Spirit Dragon. Tomb of the Spirit Dragon. Taps for 1, or I can pay 2 and tap it to gain a life for each colorless creature. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to tap 1. Let's do the colorless. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To play Sky Sovereign Consult Flagship. A 6/5 flyer, crew 3. Whenever a flagship enters the battlefield or attacks, it deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Okay, so it can't kill Sheoldred. It could kill her, and it could kill the other commanders. Um, I don't know. Like, what do you think? It has to do the damage, so it's going to do it. I would say, like, throwing the damage, killing that commander is just going to tick off the 6/6. I think we're going to go ahead and blow up this. It's a rude thing to do, but we're going to do it. Now, we're going to then pay 3 to crew this and send 5 damage at you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, again, we know it's going to start gaining life. Now, maybe if they had sent that over, you know, but so it's one of those things where like the logic was here for insects to not swing a giant creature over there just yet and focus on that. So this character probably should follow that as well and just focus on either of these two. But I don't know. He's pretty low. He's kind of mad at him, so we'll just let it play out like that. We're gonna pass turn. I don't know. I feel like I'm going too fast and I'm forgetting things, and I don't like that feeling. I gotta watch. So we're gonna untap. We're gonna unkeep, draw, take 2 damage, and then I don't have any more lands. Again, drawing cards would really be good right now to try and get some lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have just enough. Oops, careful. We will recast the commander, I guess. Although, anytime that thing attacks, it's just going to blow up another something anyway. He's hasty. He could do something. But he's not flying, so he's not going to get past anybody. He's on the ground. I don't know. I guess we're going to go ahead and pass. This is an interestingly weird game. Very non-combative. We're going to untap. We're going to draw for turn. All right, draw the card. And I'm going to gain 4 life because I double it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Let's start doing some fun, right? Although, unfortunately, okay, let's try doing it this way. I'm going to tap 2 black to play Sign in Blood. Target player, myself, draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. So, but this is not my first draw step, so I'm actually going to draw 4 cards and lose 2 life. So here we go, boys and girls. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cards, 4 each. So that's 16, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. But then I do still lose 2 life. Boom, boom. All right. So the good news is I did get a land. We're going to play Buried Ruins. Unfortunately, it's a colorless land, but it's still a land. So I have 3 mana. What is the best course of action? I believe we saw this last game, unfortunately, as we always do. But yes, I'm going to tap a black, and two others to play the Profane Insight adventure of this card. I draw a card and I lose a life. So that means I'm going to draw two cards and lose one life. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and lose a life. Oh, I drew some bangers, all right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I do need to. So, unfortunately, that sucks. That counts for colorless. Really, no other way to do this because yeah, that was a two black to just yeah. Okay. Technically, I guess I don't know how. Like when you cast an adventure, you kind of like exile it, and you can kind of like it's still technically part of your hand, but it's not in your hand. So I guess that means I don't have to discard down, which is nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. But I will tap this one and tap Campfire to gain 2 life, but it's going to double the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice, nice. Like it. Very good. That's all I can do, though. So we will pass turn. Sheoldred is set up pretty nicely right now to gain life at least. And I did draw a really good card that unfortunately we saw last game that can make that card draw be bad for everybody else. So untap, upkeep, draw a card for turn, take 2 damage. Gruul Guildgate comes in tapped. Now then, okay, can't do that off of the thing. So what we're gonna do, yeah, I can't even do that anyway. So we're gonna tap a green or black rather, black and this green. Cards around. You play Durable Foil Bug. It's a 2/2 for 2, but if you pay 5 and return, you can return Durable Coil Bug from your graveyard to your hand. Kind of an expensive thing to do that. I just liked it because it's a foil little core bug and whatever. I liked it. That ability is probably not going to ever really come in handy. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to now play Deadly Insect. Deadly Insect can't be the target of spells or abilities. Pretty cool. Kind of like Sheoldred. It's got its own little shroud. It is a 6/1. You know, you sneeze on it, it's dead, but 6 damage, pretty hefty. I would almost prefer it have trample instead of like the targeted, protection from abilities, but it's fine. All right, so we're gonna move to combat. I did take the damage. I don't know why I keep forgetting if I did that or not over here. But we're gonna go ahead and swing Zira. Now the question is, what's going to get a counter? Can anything get a counter? Actually, we'll put it over here, spread the love a little bit. And we are also going to send our trampoline boy somewhere. Now, Zira over here, obviously. And again, as we've seen now, sending any damage over here that's not commander or like poison or something is almost irrelevant at this point. So we're going to send that 6 damage trampoline your way. So this is going to go up to 6 damage. You're going to still take 1, 2, 3. It's just going to come back. And then 6 damage your way. Now, what do you want to do? The only thing you can block with is your commander, and I don't know that you want to do that right now. Because your commander can crew this, and his ability can crew that, so you can have multiple things. Yeah, I think we're going to have to take it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not good. Way to go, insects. We're going to go ahead and pass turn. Right? No end step triggers. So we're going to untap. We're going to upkeep trigger. One there. This goes up, and then we can just upgrade that, I guess. Whatever. Then we're going to draw a card for turn. We're going to take 2 damage. Let's see. We will then tap 1, 2, 3, and 4 to play Nautiloid Ship. It is a 5/5 vehicle, flying, always good. When it enters the battlefield, exile target player's graveyard. Not super important to do right now, but we'll go ahead and exile your graveyard. I don't think it really matters. None of them do. I, for a fact, know that no one really has too much grave recursion in any of these decks. Whenever a Nautiloid ship deals combat damage to a player, you may put a creature card exiled with Nautiloid ship onto the battlefield under your control. There you go. So This is better late game kind of thing, but nobody really had any creatures in their graveyards anyway, so it's still a moot point. Time to try and do some damage. Now the question is, who do you do the damage to? Um, because again, like right now we've got 6, 12, 13. 13 damage is a really big hit. And we can also blow something up when that goes too. However, 13 out of 56 not that big of a deal. And I don't think I think it kind of makes it to the point where we kind of have to attack him. Here's my reasoning, right? We want to leave insects alive so that the insect queen can kill him for the commander damage. It's the only thing that's going to probably do it. Hitting him down a little bit's not going to make a difference unless everybody had a lot of creatures and we all swung in on him. You know, it could compensate for his life gain at this point. But unless we get artifact removal, which I do not have in this hand at least, and I don't have it over here in insects, I kind of do. That's why I didn't play it, because I have Tribute to the Wild. Each opponent sacrifices an artifact or enchantment. We saw that in the last game, but it wouldn't matter because he would just sacrifice Campfire. So it's not going to get rid of the Shroud or the Archive. That's why I didn't play it. And it would really just hurt him most of all. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and pay 3 to crew this. We're going to tap Katsumasa to crew the Sky Sovereign. They're both going to go at you, I'm afraid. The 3 damage is going to go to your Coil Bug. No, it's going to go to your Deadly Insect. Oh, no, it can't be the target of spells or abilities. Okay, so yeah, Coil Bug. Sorry. But there we go. 4, 5, 6, 12, 13. 13 damage, man. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now, obviously, if I was that player, I'd be super ticked off right now. But, he's not doing anything. And that's not why you kill him, but like I said, it's just you don't want to kill this character because it's the only one that has a chance of taking him out right now. And even then, look how far away with commander damage it is. But there we go. For better or for worse, that was the game, or that was the play. We're going to pass turn. Now, he is wide open, and he's ticked off, so guess what? We're going to untap, we're going to upkeep, we're going to draw, take 2 damage, not good. Still, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only have 6 mana. Can't play that, can't play that. Can't target that. Wow, this is bad. Like, I have a really good bunch of cards, but their card draw, which could have sped me up by now, and then it got me the lands I needed to play these big bomb spells that would get me like a ton of creatures and stuff. But yeah, and I have one targeted thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have enough to do it and activate his ability anyway. Wow, this is bad. Yeah, I really can't do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we're just gonna move to combat, and I'm just gonna swing both of these at you because you're a dick. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, leave myself open, but it doesn't matter at this point. Yeah, I'd be super ticked off if I was there. We're gonna pass turn, untap, upkeep, draw for turn, gain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then let's go ahead and unfortunately we still have not drawn the land we need because we really need to step that up. But 2, 3, 4, 5, and only a 1-drop, so we can't even really do anything. But here we go. Okay, here's what we can sort of. Okay, so tapping 5 for Sanguine Bond. We saw this last game, so annoying, but it's a fantastic card, especially with the setup we've got right now. So whenever I gain life, target opponent loses that much life. But because I'm not drawing lands, I don't have enough land to play any of the card draw spells I need, which would trigger me getting like a ton of cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So all we can do is we're going to tap for 1, tap confiscate to gain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, which means you are going to lose 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I mean, 64 life. I think we know where Sheoldred's going here, where we're doing. But yeah, pass turn. All right. Untap. Upkeep. No specific upkeep triggers over here. We're going to draw a card and lose 2 life. It's another land, and it's at least black, so Dark Moss Bridge, but it comes in tap, so that's unfortunate. I guess what we'll do is we'll do this. We will tap green and red, play tribute to the wild. Everybody sacrifice opponents, sacrifice artifact or enchantment. So yeah, he's just gonna sacrifice the campfire. No hesitation. We'll sacrifice the sky diamond, no big deal. And he'll have to sacrifice the arcane signet. Really no choice there. All right, I only have one card, but I need two black pips to play it, which I do not have. So we're gonna move to combat. Once again, we're gonna go swinging at you with that, swinging at you with this, and you actually, yeah. So 6, 12, 13, 14. Why not, right? You screwed over him, so we're just gonna like, because now the card draw will start to be killing you. So yes, 6 damage and 6, that's 12, 13, 14 damage coming at you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You go down by 3, 1, 2, 3, up to 9 commander damage. Yeah, I think this game is definitely Sheoldred's. Pretty impressive. We're going to pass turn, but only impressive because I don't have any removal. Sheoldred has removal in his hand, which is hilarious. He's got a couple exile spells and stuff, but nobody else has them. So we come over here, we untap, right? Upkeep trigger, we're going to put there, put there, put there. Or no, sorry. That's stupid. Put one here for all the good it's going to do. Then we draw a card for turn, take 2 damage, down to 2. Play the island I just drew. So let's see. We've got enough to crew, using the ability, we've got enough to crew 2 creatures. Well, 2 vehicles, sorry. It's all about the verbiage. And then we have to use Katsuma if we want to do the last one, which is more damage anyway. So that's it. Tapping 3 to crew that, tapping 3 to crew that, tapping Kasuma to crew the Nautiloid ship because it is a crew of 3 as well. Thankfully, these are flyers, and this is Hasty on the ground. And I think I may have screwed that up last time when I sent him. Oh, I didn't send them that way. That's the point. Yeah. So I don't know. It's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh my gosh. 6 over here, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 22 damage online right now to send at somebody. That would smack him down real well with no blockers. I think that's the way to go, isn't it? Because, yeah, we could flat out kill him, but we already screwed them over. And now they screwed us over, so it's like, okay, I get it, I was wrong, so now I'm just going to crack back. So, yeah, let's do that. And Sheoldred's just laughing his head off, I think, right? All right, so one more time. We've got 6 and 6 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh my gosh. Sorry. 12, 14. 14 and 4 is 18, 19, 20, 21. Yep. You are now down to 6 life. Wow. Bam. There you go. It's pretty interesting. Now this is funny. You could, if they did something good, they could almost kill these two. That'd be hilarious. Let's see if we can do it. We're gonna pass. Again, I feel like I'm going too fast and I'm making more mistakes. This is a fun game though, but we'll have to see on the playback when I edit it if I did a bunch of wrong stuff. So we're gonna untap. We're gonna upkeep, draw, take 2 damage. Now at this point, I've got 4, 5, 6 damage. Well, actually, Liliana Spectra can kill you. And I just need 6 damage, so I just need 2 more to kill you. Now, do I have anything? I don't, though. That's what sucks. I have two spells I can cast that are enchantments that would enchant creature, which is great, but they don't untap it and give it haste. So I could steal one of his creatures, but I can't swing it back at him. It's so frustrating. Um, well, I guess, well, do we even have the right mana for it, first of all? Oh, you know what? We don't. Gosh, I didn't even realize that. Yeah. Both of those spells are 2 blue pips, and we do not have 2 blue mana. So we're kind of screwed on that sense anyway. So I guess we'll tap 2 for Talisman of Dominance. It's just taps for colorless or blue or black, but it damages you by 1. And now that gives me 4 mana, but I do not have a 4 mana spell that's not going to just basically kill me, because the 4 mana spells I have are draw spells. So we move to combat. We're absolutely sending this at you and that at you just because. So 2 damage, boom, you are dead, my friend. That's what you get. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. You're gonna die on your upkeep when you draw. That's fine. This is hilarious. It's actually pretty funny. I think this is goofy. Draw a card for turn. We're gonna gain 4 life. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's really funny, but we're not gonna waste time with that. And oh, yeah, we'll just do this, right? We're gonna tap a black and 4 others for Crushing Disappointment. Each player loses 2 life. You draw 2 cards. So, bing, bing, dead. I'd lose 2 as well. Bing, bing. And then I draw 2 cards, which doubles to 4 cards, correct? Because every time you draw a card, you would draw 2. So then that's another 4, 8, 12, 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Cool. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. You still survived. Huh. So you'd lost 2. Okay, okay. Whoops, my bad. But, oh, no, you don't. Because, actually, okay, slow it down, stupid. When I gained the 4 life on my first draw, I would have sent that at you. 1, 2, 3, 4 off of Sanguine Bond. And I play Crushing Disappointment. It kills you. I draw cards. You go down to 1 now. And then I draw a bunch of cards, gain 16 life. You take 16 damage. And you're at negative 15. I win 78. That's pretty sick. Um, yeah, so thankfully I caught that. That was, because I forgot. That's how it should have played out. Because as soon as I drew a card, Sanguine Blonde would target somebody and they would have lost the 4. Yeah, so cool. All right, there you go. Winner of match 2 is good old Sheoldred. That really did it right there. I mean, that's what gave it to us. And Sanguine Blonde helped a little bit, but we had some card draw spells we could have just done some more stuff with. So there you go. Again, none of this would have like the lightning greaves really helped. They would help in a real game, but I can guarantee you, my friends have artifact removal. Most players do, so they would have blown up the artifact first, then Children, and absolutely would have blown up Alamir's archive, or just a simple board wipe would still get Children even with the shroud on it. So this probably wouldn't have played out like this, but it was very fun. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. I hope you saw some cool cards that you would like to put in your decks. I know we get the repeats every time we play, but there were still some new ones in here that I liked, and I hope you come back. If you liked it, maybe give it the hit the sub button, hit the like button, make a comment, whatever, all that jazz. I know I said in really early episodes I wasn't going to do the whole begging thing, but every once in a while I think I'm going to try and say that stuff just because the goal is to get subs up high enough that I can do some charity streams once or twice a year. And that needs to be like a good 3, 4, 5,000 subs in order to get any volume out of that. So I do want subscribers, please. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time.